Okay, I'm about ready to get started here. Oh, first I need to take some things off the screen, though. Hold up. Let me take some things off the screen there. Okay. Alright, we're about ready to go here. Welcome to another game, Roulette. If you have never been here before, the premise of these streams is that I have a backlog of, I don't know, man, like 500 games. And as a way of working through that backlog, hold on, I think I need to lower my mic a little. It's like clipping a lot. In order to work my way through that backlog, I spin a wheel and stream these games for about 45 minutes each to get the vibes of them and see how well I like them. Anyway, let me get the wheel pulled up. Let me get the list online. Okay. So here's the wheel. Oh man, that chroma key looks awful. Let's see if I can fix that real quick. There we go. That's a little better. It's still got a little bit of a tag hanging on there though. Hold on. That's better, I think. Okay. Finally fixed these issues after like 10 plus streams of having them, probably. Anyway, yeah, I have over 500 games on the wheel right now, which is just entirely too many to read. So, in order to make it more readable for everybody, I'm going to shuffle the list, and I'm going to cut it down for the sake of this stream. Alright, that's 312 games. We're going to cut it down to a pool of 50 games, just for tonight. Oh, hold on. Okay. 142, 103, 65 games, 51 games, and then 49 games. Oh, greetings. Now, one of these gets replaced with Spin a Retro game. Alright, so I have to break the bad news about Avedon 2. Right before I started streaming this game, I ran into yet another problem. In the previous stream, the problem was I had Avedon 2 on an external hard drive, which was in the other room, and I didn't feel like hooking it up. So right before this stream, I hooked up that hard drive, and I brought Avedon 2 over onto my main hard drive, and the installer is not compatible with my version of Windows, apparently. That version being Windows 10. So, you know, until the day comes that I get a new operating system, we're gonna have to cancel Avedon 2. Sorry to say. And so, what has to happen now is I've got to spin a new game to replace Avedon 2 and just play something completely new. So anyway, place your bets on what I land on. Place your bets, place your hopes and dreams on what you think I will land on. And we're just gonna play something completely new that isn't Avedon 2. And we land on... How am I not supposed to ask about Anti-Grandpa? Okay, the first game is going to be Pathway. Alright. Spin a retro game. You know what? I'm feeling generous tonight. I will probably tell you the story of Hentai Grandpa. Let me just update the list real quick. And Hathaway is gonna be the first game. What is this music I'm hearing? I think this is La Mulana, which had a really good soundtrack. Okay, let me just figure out where I own Pathway, so I can get it installing. Is it an Epic game? Yeah, I think it's an Epic game. Okay, so while I'm installing the game, I will share with you the tale of Hentai Grandpa. So as you know, my place of employment is Truth's Manga Cafe. You know, I sell manga to people, and, you know, books in general. And there was a specific regular customer. Well, I say was. There exists a regular customer of Truth's Manga Cafe. And, you know, I noticed him, like, years ago. Like, probably when I first started working there. And, you know, he was always browsing the manga books. And I realized, you know, he's, like, pretty, like, outside of the usual demographic of manga shoppers. He was a grandpa. You know, like, gray-haired dude, wearing socks up to his knees, and he would just kind of, like, browse around the manga books, but never actually buy anything. And after, like, you know, observing him for a while, and, you know, once in a while asking, like, hey, is there anything I can help you find? Like, are you finding what you're looking for all right? You know, he would never ask for help for anything. And I realized he always seemed to have some kind of manga in his hands that had gratuitous nudity in it. And yeah, I became aware of this over time, and the more I became aware of it, the more I noticed. I noticed that he would take an old-ass flip phone out of his pocket when he found a particularly juicy page of the manga and would snap a photo of it with his flip phone. He never bought anything. He never made a purchase at Truth's Manga Cafe. He just always wanted to come in and browse the hentai. And for the record, we don't really carry anything that is, like, explicit hentai. It's more of, like, ecchi, if you will. You know, you might see nipples, but that would be it. But that was just his jam. Hold on, I've got Pathway installed now, so let me pause the music here and get the timer on the screen, because there is more to the tale of Hentai Grandpa. Alright, let me get this launched here. Oh, it's starting. There we go. Oh, Chucklefish. Didn't they do, like, Risk of Rain or something? Maybe they published it. Anyway, eventually I and all of the staff of Truth Manga Cafe came to recognize Hentai Grandpa on site. 'Cause how could you not? He's the only grandpa that shops around the manga books and isn't like, you know, oh, my grandson had this Jujutsu Kaisen on his Christmas list, and I wanted to buy it for him. Where is Jujutsu? Where's this series called Jujutsu? You know. Hentai Grandpa was somebody you could immediately clock. Oh, I need to enter a profile name. Hold on. And, eventually, things kind of escalated with Hentai Grandpa. For one thing, like I said, all of the staff could recognize him on sight and knew exactly what he was doing. And, one day, you know, customers started to complain about him. Because, you know, like, manga is very popular with, like, teens and kids. And meanwhile, here's this grandpa standing there with boobies out, like, snapping pics of them. And just, like, standing there, enraptured by the hentai boobies. And so people started to complain about him and his behavior. And eventually he was asked to leave. There's more to that, but I need to read a little about this game, I think. You receive a desperate plea for help. Your old friend Morten has been abducted by the Nazis and taken to the Moroccan desert. You decide to travel to North Africa immediately to find Morten before the Germans execute him. Oh wait, select an adventure. Is this like Indiana Jones Simulator? I guess we'll find out. Team selection. Oh god, I don't know. Look at all these characters. There's Left 4 Dead Bill. Oh wait, his name is Pereira. And there's Miguel. Oh, he's anti-fascist. Okay, plus 20% damage versus Nazi. That's pretty cool. Greedy Trickster Baron. Omar knows ancient languages and brute. I think we need... how do I add somebody? I think we need a medical expert. We're gonna need a damage bonus against Nazis. Yeah, there's still more. Hold, just a minute to get started in Pathway. I think Omar. We will make a great team. Okay, so after Hentai Grandpa was asked to leave, I received a phone call to Truth's Manga Cafe. Oh, what's this like? This like imitation of Harrison Ford here. Anyway, so I received a phone call in Truth's Manga Cafe. And this is unconfirmed. This is only speculation. But I feel like I have a feel for who the identity of this caller was. So somebody called and they asked me, in your comics section in your store, are customers allowed to play with their penises? That was the exact phrasing that this person on the phone used. And I said, no, I don't think so. And the customer on the phone then says, well then why do all of the covers have pictures of big boobs on them? And hangs up. That's it. And I think I know who it was that called, but I don't have any proof. Got Truth nuked. Yeah, he said, why do all the covers have pictures of big boobs on them? Oh man. Oh, there's a lot of, like, mechanics in this game. Can I just, like... Well, I guess I'm supposed to explore here a little. I'm gonna go to unvisited location. A single sheep passes near your Jeep. After a quick stop, you drive off. Epic. I mean, who am I to argue with that? All of the covers have big boobs on them. You take a short break when a sudden shot shatters the silence. Fountains of sand explode at your feet. You immediately take cover and scan the rocky landscape with your eyes, but you cannot see the shooter. You rush out to scour the surrounding area, but your search is in vain. Warily, you continue your journey, but the mysterious attacker does not strike again. Okay, team screen. Okay. Well, I don't have anything in my car storage. I appreciate the little sad face in my, like, empty bag of valuables. Like, I feel that. I have to say, the pixel art in this game is very nice. In the shade of an ancient colonnade, 2 German soldiers have set up an improvised camp. They are clearly scouts on a reconnaissance mission. When they see you approaching, they jump frantically into their jeep and race full throttle across the dunes, leaving a huge cloud of sand behind them. You exchange somewhat confused glances. You must look fearsome indeed, when your gaze falls on the wear-marked crates that the 2 war heroes left behind in their hurry to escape. You quickly open the crates and rummage through their contents. You don't wait around to see if the soldiers return with reinforcements. Loot! Yay! Loot box, loot box, loot box. Oh, brand new rangefinder camera. That's epic. It's worth $225. Give me that. What else we get? Car fuel. Use it to fill your Jeep's tank. And we got tortoise shell cigarette holder. $125 value. Woo! I didn't know this game was going to have loot boxes. Destination on the other side of the map to complete the adventure. Okay. Let's go to unvisited location. You spot a large troop of German soldiers who have set up camp here. They do not seem to have noticed you yet. Oh. Push the boulder onto camp. I didn't know there was a boulder. I say we push the boulder onto the camp. Omar creeps up to the large rock on the edge of the hill overlooking the camp. With all his might, Omar heaves against the rock. It goes thundering down the hill towards the camp. Hell yeah! It just landed perfectly in the middle of that camp and crushed that dude. The boulder leaves a trail of destruction. The surviving soldiers grab their weapons and attack. I love that awesome, perfectly spherical boulder. Ooh, okay. Where are the enemies? Okay, these guys got crushed by the boulder. There's one, and there's one. I guess I have 3 enemies, no, 4 enemies here. Well, the medical expert should probably be near the back. She should be, like, behind cover here, actually. I think this would be good. And then Miguel. He can be, like... a little closer to this guy. And Omar, I guess I'll put him here. Wow, the enemies get to go first. Wow. Tumult. The enemy moves after you have placed your characters. Only then can you start your turn. Alright. Well, Natalia has a Hastings service pistol, which looks like it is not strong enough to kill Nazi Trooper 1. I'm guessing I can't shoot him over these walls, right? Oh, maybe I can. I have a 45% chance to hit it from here. Let's try it. Hell yeah. Walk, sprint, reload, use medkit, bait. Throw a bait that attracts dogs and zombies in the effect area for 1 turn. Okay, I guess there are zombies in this game. Okay, Miguel has a tarnished Venner automatic rifle. I wonder... Oh, okay, cool. So I can hover over an enemy and, like, see what their attack range is. So that means these two are in danger of the sniper, but Miguel is not. So I want Miguel to just go right here, I think. Hop that wall. Yeah, each character may perform 2 actions per turn, a maximum of 1 attack action and 1 movement action. Or up to 2 neutral actions, of course, of course. He's got a burst fire. He's got a grenade, a punch, ooh, warning shots. Interesting. Okay. I'm just gonna shoot this Nazi. 100% chance. Good. Oh, so Natalia can still move even though she's shot. So I'm going to have her move into cover here. You got to keep your medic safe. Now what about Omar? He's got a tarnished Charleston smoothbore. Well, unless he can do like 35 damage, which is possible. Oh, shotgun blast? Requires 2 bravery. He has that. Okay, I want to see about moving him over here. Let's go, Omar. Diagonal adjacency does not provide cover. Okay, fair. What about a shotgun blast right here? Let's try it. Miss! You fucker. Well, Omar is boned. Stupid. Oh, okay, well the sniper also missed. Lucky me. Oh, so I've got 5 supplies to use a med kit. I've also got a compression bandage to heal 30. That's a lot of health, so like Omar is still in pretty good shape. So Natalia could go like here and shoot this other Nazi. Tab. When planning your movement to a new position, press tab to see what enemies can be attacked at what hit probability. This will also indicate enemies out of range or sight. Move your cursor over an enemy to see their attack range, red, then press tab to see their movement range, blue. Uh-huh. Okay. Tab. What's this? I have a 100% chance to hit the shock trooper? Do it! Nice. Enemy armor reduces their damage. Each hit reduces the armor protection, however. Some types of damage are impeded more or less by armor than others. Alright, Miguel. Get over here. And shoot this Nazi. Boosh. Okay, Omar is in a tight spot here. I would like Omar to be able to take out the sniper. He consumed all of his bravery points, though. So that's going to be a problem for Omar. There's only 2 Nazis left, and they're both, like, in his range. Yeah, I don't know, Omar. Maybe you just need to move behind this tent and, like, stay safe for a minute. Yeah, we'll just keep him safe for now. Okay. Oh, he needs to reload. Whoops. Fine then, reload. Damn, I wanted to have Miguel, like, flank these guys. Can he sprint? He doesn't have a sprint option. Natalia has a sprint option. That's pretty cool. And it requires 2 bravery, of course. That's not, like, a great movement bonus. I was hoping it would be, like, doubled movement, but then she can't shoot, kind of like XCOM. Well, okay, maybe don't sprint. Maybe just, like, walk over here. And I'm gonna use a med kit on Omar. Cool. Miguel? I guess go over here. And he's not in range to shoot any Nazis. Wait, what about this guy? It said 50% for that guy. Is this true? What are they talking about? Oh, I could do warning shots. So that if anybody moves over here, they're gonna stop moving. These fucking Nazis. Of course, they're not even gonna move closer to us. Oh, maybe Natalia could use her double shot. She won't be behind cover, so we would have to, like, absolutely kill these guys this turn. I'm gonna try it. Go over here. Double shot. Hell yeah. Now, Miguel, you're gonna go over here. That is a 100% chance. The one that's farther away has a 100% chance. The closer one is only 50%. So kill that guy. Very nice. And then, Omar, you got this. Dead. Nobody can withstand Prince Omar. Ah, so true. Oh, let's reload all weapons. Sure. Okay. I'm getting a handle on this game. It's pretty cool. It's like Indiana Jones Fallout, I guess. We got officers' leather gloves. Wow, an exquisite silken handkerchief. Medium ammo box. Oh, a damaged rangefinder camera. Epic. Where do we get to use our money? What's this? This location allows resting. Maybe it allows shopping. Let's check it out. The desert sands are gradually reclaiming this village. The herdsmen who lived here have long since departed. Only the village well defies the desert and refuses to dry out. What a stroke of luck. You could take a break here. Do we even need to rest up? I mean, nobody got hurt or anything. I guess let's continue our journey. You discover telltale footprints in the shadow of the temple. You hear a noise and spin around to find half a dozen rifles pointed at you. You have fallen into an ambush. Oh shit. Blindsided. Damn, son. Well, I only count 4 enemies, not half a dozen. Unless we got some, like, dual-wielding guys out there. Alright, let's keep the medic safe. Miguel and Omar. There's no great place to put Omar now. In your first turn, you can only either move or perform an action before the enemy attacks. Oh no. Let's put Natalia over here. And put Miguel here. Seems like Omar always ends up on his own somewhere. There's no great option here. Oh, well, this tile has cover, so maybe here. Fuck! Oh, he's using his, like, Overwatch ability there, I think. Doesn't tell me what his ability is, but it's affecting this cone here. Alright, if I move here, I can shoot a Nazi. Let's go. Should I shotgun blast him? I'll just do a regular ranged attack, I think. Nice. I'm worried about moving Natalia. I'm worried, like, if I move her through this square that she's gonna get shot at. But maybe I can move Miguel. Ooh. Okay, even he can't move. His movement got cancelled. But I think that means Natalia can move now. Let's go over here. Shoot this guy. Missed. Should I use warning shots? I don't know. I don't think there's much of a point to that. Oh no. Omar. Damn. Okay, that guy must be using warning shots. I think that's his deal. Alright, Natalia. Shoot this Nazi trooper. You fucker. Omar? Got him. Try and shoot this sniper. Fuck! Okay, trying to shoot also gets warning shots fired at you, I guess. Alright, go over here. Damn, son. Oh. We're getting all fucked up. All of my attacks can only hit 50%. Damn it. Go over here. Omar's gonna need healing. Alright, let's go. Glad I brought a medic. Okay. Wait, now why can't Omar shoot anybody? Oh, he needs to reload. Shit. Okay. At least he's under good cover. No! Natalia! Okay, I'm gonna send Omar over here, I think. Shoot this guy. Hell yeah. You might have just saved Miguel's ass. Damn, son. Alright, Miguel's going over here. He's going to shoot this guy. Hell yes. We only got one Nazi left to kill. Is that guy like completely in cover? I can't shoot him at all? Let's go right here and shoot him. Damn. Natalia? We just can't shoot this Nazi. Go over here. Omar? Nobody can shoot this fucking Nazi. Over here, I guess. And reload. Why not? What is he running away? What is this? How did he make that shot? That's fucking stupid. Stay right there, I guess. No, shit! I forgot to make the other guys take turns. Okay. Alright, Natalia, go shoot this fucker. Get his ass. Looks like I can only get 50% accuracy wherever I move. Shoot his ass. Damn it. Omar? Oh yeah. He's cooked. Shoot his ass. Nice. Our total shot accuracy was 50%. That sounds right. Loot box, loot box, loot box. We got a worn safari suit with 10 armor. Hell yeah. Supplies. Love that. An empty snuff box. Wow, $15. Alright, Natalia's safari suit only has 2 out of 10 armor. Yeah, she needs a new safari suit. There you go. Much better. I guess we'll go here. They need ammunition. I don't really care about making this trade. I'm just gonna leave. The camp in the ruins ahead of you seems deserted until you realize the truth. You've fallen into an ambush. So many ambushes out here. Looks like 4 Nazis ambushed us again. Shoot both of these fucking Nazis. Nice. Natalia might be a killing machine. Ooh. We're definitely gonna go for the burst fire from Miguel here. We got the perfect lineup. Wait. Wait, where did the burst fire go? What the fuck? Shit, that's right. We got ambushed, so we can only move or attack, not both. Oh my god! I forgot. I could still do shit with Omar. Well, Miguel's dead. Super dead. This sucks. Go hide over here, Miguel. I guess try to shoot someone. Alright, good job. Oh, I got a reward of penicillin syringe. I'm guessing that's just like loot that can appear in the future. Omar's not in range to shoot anyone. Unless he just hippity hops over here and misses. Great. Great. Oh, you're back. Good. Okay. After this game, I have a job for you, which you may or may not need to fulfill. We'll see. Let's see. Well, Natalia can still use her double shot again, which is pretty great. So I'm going to move her over here. And she's going to shoot 2 Nazis. Or just one of them. Miguel is about to die. So shoot this guy. And he's gonna go hide behind a wall now. Love doing jobs. Okay. Alright, Omar, get over here. And shoot this guy. Oh dang, Omar's gonna need to reload. Omar's gonna die. I might have, like, spread my units out too much. This is probably the best spot for him to go. And reload. We're not in very good shape here. Shoot this Nazi. Alright, alright. And I don't know if there's any better cover for her to go hide behind. Probably not. I'm gonna send Miguel over here, I think. Damn it. that's all we can do. Okay, cool, cool. Love it when they miss. Love it when they miss. Why is Omar's damage so low? I feel like he needs to run away. And, like, let somebody with a more damaging gun do some work. He says, this is very painful. I don't know, man. Go over here, maybe? There's nowhere great for Miguel to move either. If Miguel can take out this guy, then Natalia can go be reinforcements for Omar. Oh wait, I have a grenade. Do it. Hell yeah. Okay, well she can't shoot the guy that's near Omar, but she can heal him. Good shit. Oh no. Okay, we're still good. Oh yeah, this guy's done. Alright. Awesome. Loot box, loot box, loot box. We got a tarnished Morley Burke break action. That's good damage, wow. 40 to 50? That'll like one-shot your average Nazi. Ooh, a silken handkerchief. And a tarnished silver fountain pen. Oh yeah. This shotgun is way better. And it has better armor shredding and better crit damage. Definitely equip that. Very nice. My cousin will burst with envy. I wonder when we get to, like, spend skill points. Oh, I see. Wow, Omar has 139 out of 150 XP. He's got the most. And what's this place? A brand new Jeep. An ill-tempered looking man stands beside the vehicle. Angry man. I have a dozen good camels for this. I gave a dozen good camels for this worthless heap of junk. Shame be on my head. Something is wrong with the Jeep. Perhaps this is an opportunity for you? Oh, I can buy gasoline? I don't need gasoline. Right-click on the bag with your valuables, sell. Right-click on one of your items, sell. Click on one of the trader's items, purchase. Well, yeah, sell my valuables. Shit. Liquidate that, liquidate those assets. I can sell that smooth bore and this old safari suit. Yeah, we're low on supplies. We've needed a lot of healing. Ooh, look at these pocket knives. Those are kind of lame though, because, you know, don't want to do melee attacks if I could shoot Nazis. I'll buy a large ammo box. Cool. That was a good transaction. We are unfortunately out of time on this game though, so I'm gonna have to call it there. I just noticed there's like a 4th character slot. I bet we could like have somebody join us at one point. That's pretty cool though. That's a pretty cool game. I'm gonna exit game. Alright. And so that game had the incredibly unmemorable name of Pathway. Okay, so as I was saying, you're gonna have a job now, and you may not have to do this job at all, but should it become relevant, your job, if anybody else joins the chat, is to tell them the tale of Hentai Grandpa if they ask. Because that question is now expired. It has been consumed. Oh my god, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to spin and figure out what the second game was gonna be. So I'm gonna have to, like, install it. Just immediately. Let's see what we get. Ooh, is it Backpack Hero? It is. Okay. It's not Madden this time. Maybe next time. As I add a spin a retro game onto the list again. Let me get the wheel off the screen there. Backpack Hero. Okay, let me start that installing. And this is a game that I have looked forward to for a while, so this one should be fun. Oh, and now that I'm actually thinking of it, let's spin the 3rd game and see what that's gonna be. So I can get that installing while I do Backpack Hero. I think we've got Epic Chef. So it's like, I think the 2nd stream in a row where I do a chef-themed game. Or maybe it was 2 streams ago where I did One-Armed Chef. Anyways, let's add that. Epic Chef. I need to figure out where I own it. Epic Chef, Epic Chef. I think this is on Steam. It is, okay. So I'll start installing that. And then I'll start up Backpack Hero here. Okay. There it is. I guess I'll do story mode. In the deep, dark dungeons beneath Ordaria, a young pack rat searches for treasure. There she discovers a mysterious relic. It's a backpack. It's a treasure. Add all items to your backpack to continue. While holding an item, right-click to rotate it. Hell yeah. So, if you couldn't guess, this is like an inventory management RPG, I believe. Combat. In combat, you click items to use them. You must defeat all enemies to continue. Okay, so I have 3 energy. Let's do this. What's the 13 there? Oh, it will add 13 block on its turn. Okay, so this is kind of like a Slay the Spire, where it's like telling you the enemy's intent. Ah, yeah. I just intuited that. You're playing Slay the Spire right now? Nice. Wait, are you playing Slay the Spire 1 or 2? Because 2 is now out in early access. Tua. Slay the Spire Tua. Great. Ooh, I win and I level up. Whoa, choose 4 spaces. Oh, that's cool. Nice. Get item. There are so many items and so much to discover. So true. Sometimes it can be overwhelming, even for a backpack hero. If you feel confused, bring up the context menu on an item and choose the option to view card. When viewing a card, you can hover over parts of the card and explanations will appear. Ooh, look at all these items. Heals, leather cap, +1 block. Heart ring gives you max HP. I don't know if I need a cleaver when I have the wooden sword. It does more damage than the cleaver. Take 3 items, dang. I'll take the max HP, I guess. I'm not sure what sunlight does. Okay. So my wooden sword has sunlight, I guess. Okay. Have you gotten to try the multiplayer of Slay the Spire 2? I got to play a little bit of it with a friend. And, it's pretty cool. Like, it basically... Oh, cool. Yeah, like, so, like, it scales, like, enemy health and stuff to the additional players, which is pretty fun. But you do kind of have to, like, talk through your turns sometimes. I'm gonna go to this unknown event. It's a capybara. You see a wall up ahead and think you need to turn back. Then you realize it's not a wall, it's a huge rodent, a capybara. Hello, friend, he says. I'm looking for items of this type. Accessory. Give accessory? There you go. That's great, he says. Maybe you want one of these instead. On Scratch adds 3 burns to all enemies. Whoa, the gemstone heart is legendary. When an adjacent item kills a non-summon enemy, he heals 8 HP. That sounds awesome. Wait, can I take more than one? I guess. I don't know, this dragonfly seems kind of lame, but I don't know, maybe I can sell it or something later on. I'll go here. Okay, so that's a bearded dragon. It's going to burn me. I wonder if I can block that. Oh, dang. It's going to attack for 12 damage? I can block that. Wait, reorganize now to claim this item. What are you talking about, reorganize? I don't have any backpack space. Stupid. Oh my god! The Hermit Crab Bomb is going to do 29 damage? That's ridiculous. I can't block that. Oof. What is Scratch? Oh, you can just do 3 damage for 1 energy. I guess if you don't have a weapon. Wow. Done. Get item. Oh, there's so many. Okay, wooden sword is cool and all, but I feel like sun ray rapier is better. Yeah. So that's gonna do 8 damage for 1 energy. I could take the spiked scale. Maybe I'll take a key. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But then what about my sword? Maybe I'll just drop the sword. Yeah. Oh, more map was revealed. Sparrow, Knave, and Ratwolf. A chest of valuables? Hell yeah. I love valuables. Ooh. Another sunshine. That's gonna make my Sun Ray Rapier even better. Okay. I feel confident in my choices. I will go to Sparrow Knave. Cool. I'd better just do a lot of blocking here. Oh, 17 damage blocked? Okay. Nice. And now I've got the spikes on my shield so I can, like, damage them. Reorganize. What does that mean? Oh, costs 3 energy. No. Not a chance. I'm just gonna kill. You think you will do 6 damage to me? I think not. I kind of like the music in this game. It reminds me of, like, retro Final Fantasy games. It feels like it could be in, like, Final Fantasies 4 through 6. I guess I'll take the heart ring. And, like, I don't really care about any of these other items, so... Something to collect is here. Gold! Oh, 5 XP. Cool. Now I will go kill... Oh shit, it's one of those bomb enemies. That guy's gonna steal my gold. Well, I don't know what I need gold for, so let me just kill the bomb, I guess. Good, good. That means I'm gonna level up after this battle. Oh, this fucker's gonna escape? Hell no. I have no idea what value gold has to me, but I'm getting it. Oh yeah, this guy's dead. Hell yes. I'll do that. Done. Whoa, a machete. 3 damage to all enemies. This item floats. I'm not sure what that means. Adjacent weapons get +1 damage. +1 damage is pretty cool. Wait, what the... okay, I think floats means like it moves to the top of your backpack. I don't enjoy that. Kind of lame. I do enjoy another heart ring, though. And how about a lucky ring? Why not? And... You know what? You know what? Maybe I move this over here. Move this over here. But lucky ring right there, and then I get another leather cap. Hell yeah. This is a good backpack. Exit to the crypt. This is a cool game. The dungeon is collapsing here. Something to collect is here. Robber Raccoon and Gerbil Ruffian. I'm gonna go towards the chest, I think. Oh. I am going to use my buckler one time, and then stab this robber guy a couple of times. How dare you try to steal from me? Oh. Had to take 4 damage there. Oh my. Oh shit, I could have used all my energy to kill this guy. I do the exact same thing in Slay the Spire, where like, sometimes I spend all my turn thinking about how I can like block all of the damage from an enemy, and then don't realize, oh, I can just kill him. Like that. Ooh, there's a big sun. I don't think I need a big sun, though. A tunic? Disgusting food. Another sunshine is intriguing. I can move the leather cap over here. That makes it, like, less effective, but then I could have a sunlight to make my sunray rapier even stronger. Then I'd have to give up this small key. I also don't know what the small key is for. But I also kind of want to gamble on it, so maybe I'll get rid of a hurt ring. Okay. Ooh. A merchant is selling goods? Something to collect? Enemies? I don't know if I want the chest of valuables when my backpack is already, like, completely full. So what if I go get something to collect? Gold! Also, like, I'm not entirely sure what is the point of, like, this map layout. You know, like, what mechanism in the game is causing, like, this specific number of rooms to generate in this specific layout? Could this not just be, like, a straight line with, like, I don't know, options for me to click on? I feel like going to fight a rabbit and a vole. Whoa. What's the point of this? 3 damage, 4 damage, and 3 damage. Why not just tell me it's gonna do 10 damage? And the other one's gonna do 6 damage. Totaling 16 damage. Why not just tell me that? Well, I guess it being multiple attacks makes my thorns proc multiple times. So that's kinda cool. Okay, so I can kill the vole and then block the bunny. Okay, I only need to block 7 damage here, that's no problem. And I get a couple of stabs in. This is, like, kind of a cool-ass game. It's literally like, what if Slay the Spire had inventory management? And I love inventory management. And I love Slay the Spire. So, like, you can't go wrong. Lucky? Ooh, sunglasses are uncommon. I'm seeing lots of, like, summer-themed items. Does this game have seasonal events? Like, it's not summer right now. It's, like, spring, and, like, barely spring. Oh, seasoning is a rare accessory. Adjacent and diagonal consumables get +5 healing. Don't really care about that, though. And I have no backpack space anyway. Like, what am I gonna do with some sunglasses? I feel like my backpack is pretty optimized right now. Ooh, unknown event. I need to kill more if I'm going to, like, get some XP and expand my backpack. I'll fight a gremlin and rat wolves. Cool, I can block just enough to not get hurt by these guys. And I can kill that gremlin on turn 1. Badass. You know what, let's go a little crazy. Let's use this meal to get more energy. And get a couple stabs in on this rat wolf. Now I can kill this rat wolf. Use a single block and... oh, not enough energy. Oh yes, yeah, I'm a JJK enjoyer. Oh, you haven't watched it yet? Um, okay, I don't want to overhype JJK, but it is basically changing the game in the animation world. And, like, I'm not exaggerating by that. Like, I mean, the first season is, like, pretty good, you know, the first season is decent, and then, like, the second and third seasons have been just, like, beasts of animation. Like, there's no better way to put it. Made a pact with him that you will watch it if he will watch Hunter x Hunter 2011. Oh man. I mean, you're putting a bigger commitment on him. Isn't that like 140 episodes or something? And JJK is like not even 50 yet. I mean, granted, if you're a shonen enjoyer, I feel like you gotta watch Hunter x Hunter at some point. Yeah. Like, I'm on it. Like, I'm not even the biggest Hunter x Hunter enjoyer in the world. I'm a bigger JJK enjoyer, I would say. And I'm also, like, speaking mostly for the anime. Like, I did go and, like, I read the whole JJK manga, like, a year or two ago, since it's finished now. And, like, the whole time I was reading it, I was just like, this is gonna be a lot better when it's animated. But yeah, it's just like, I cannot overstate how, like, the animation in JJK is, like, top of the game. It's just like the first episode of the third season opens with, like, a shot of a character washing his hands, and I'm just like, this is the most gorgeous animation I have ever seen of a person washing his hands. It's like, just unbelievable. Like, you would never expect something like that to exist. Like, yeah, you need to hop on for the hand wash, Sakuga. You would never expect to see an animation of somebody washing their hands and be like, damn, that's gorgeous. But that's what happens in JJK. That's the magic of it. And so just like, yeah, I mean, yes. Oh, well, JJK ended a while ago. It's Chainsaw Man that's about to end in like 10 days. Also, like, a lot of the shonen teens out there were like really pissed off at JJK's ending, and they're like, oh, it's the worst ending to anything ever, and like, it's not. It's not the worst ending ever. It's not even a bad ending, I don't think. Like, it doesn't leave a lot of loose threads hanging or anything like that. Yeah. You know, like, when Chainsaw Man ends in 10 days, people are gonna look back on JJK and be like, perhaps I treated you too harshly. Oh, well, liquid armor gives you 25 block here. Small key. Wait, I already have small key. Interesting, but they have different sprites. Yeah, I do remember that happening with My Hero. And I never read any of My Hero, I just watched it. I thought the ending was fine, you know? Like, I don't know what people want out of the endings, that they're, like, so disappointed in these. The one thing about My Hero is, like, I saw a great, like, tweet or something where somebody was like, My Hero was the first Series 2 hetero bait its viewers. In that, like, there was supposed to be, like, a big you know, like, relationship set up between Deku and Uravity, which just never amounted to anything. Paused Chain Man on part 2. At the Falling Devil part. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, like, you might as well catch up now, I guess. Losing chess to the dog, yeah. That's a good way to put it. You are not wrong. Like, the worst manga ending I ever read was probably the original ending of Battle Angel Alita, where, like, a big arc had just concluded, and then, like, she, you know, sees a kid in the road when she's driving, and she, like, thinks she's about to run him over, then stops to check on him, and it's like, oh, it turns out it was a bomb, and the villain she just defeated had actually set a bomb in the middle of the road to blow her up, and she blows up and fucking dies. Thankfully, that ending got retconned by the author later on, but it's just like, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen when One Piece ends. I mean, I'm sure it will turn out that the One Piece is the friends they made along the way, or whatever. But... maybe we can be optimistic and say maybe One Piece will convince people to, like, enjoy the journey instead of the destination. Maybe One Piece will be the series that convinces people of that. Oh, this is a good item here. For each sunlight plus 3 block? That's better than these leather caps. And it floats, so, like, there. And it adds 1 block each turn. That's awesome. Oh shit, you're so right, actually. It is the Steel Ball week. What, it's in like 5 days, right? I cannot wait. Finally, the best part will get animated. I don't know, like, how many people I know that are gonna be watching it, though, is the thing. Like, I know lots of people that are into JoJo, but, like, 4 of the people I know are in a JoJo club that I started, and we're still in the process of watching part 3. I know one friend who is really into it, but with parts 5 and 6, he waited until all of the episodes were out before watching them. And he's probably going to do that for part 7, so I won't get to talk about it with him week by week. And I'm just like, I'm gonna be super into it, but I don't know. I do have the Truth Discord, so I'm sure several people there will be watching it. So there is that. Whoa. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Oh, now what have we here? Okay, I'm gonna use my Toxic Kunai. And I'm gonna stab this guy a couple of times. And... let's see, 12 block. That's not enough, so I'm gonna use my meal. And block more. And then I get another stab. I don't know if I've ever told you this, but a few years ago I went to an anime convention with a Gyro Zeppeli cosplay. That's how much I love Part 7. Whoa, the bee sting blade. I think my Sunray rapier is better. Sunflower Shiv. Oh, that has 0 energy cost. That's a good item. Oh yeah. Like, personally, I was just excited to see Araki making something that is, like, set in the past again. Because, I mean, I am a Part 1 enjoyer, and Part 2 is, like, one of my favorite parts. Like, I would say my ranking probably is, you know, Part 7 on top first, then Part 4, and then Part 2. And so, like, I was just really excited to see him return to something set in the past again. Society tries to oppress Part 1 Chads. This is so true. A few days ago, like, honestly, like 2 days ago in Truth's Manga Cafe, we got, like, these $110 figurines of Jonathan and Joseph, and, like, a couple of kids, you know, probably, like, middle school age came in, and they bought, the Jonathan figurine, and I was like, yeah, the kids are alright. The kids are appreciating Part 1, and it's good to see. Ooh. Another Sunray rapier. Wait, would it... It wouldn't really do me any good to have 2 of them, though, would it? Huh. Yeah... Ooh, a dart deals 10 damage to all enemies. That's really good. Part 1 is good, honestly. Yeah. Like, you know, I started on Part 1, of course, like, just started reading Part 1 in Truth's Manga Cafe one day, and I was just like, this is really great. The thing that I really love about Parts 1 and 2 is just, like, how unpredictable they are. Like, you really have no idea what's gonna happen next in Parts 1 and 2. Like, every part from 3 on is a little formulaic, you know it's going to be a series of stand battles, and then, like, nuggets of story in between the stand battles, but with the first 2 parts, you have no idea. Like, imagine trying to predict all of the shit that's gonna happen with Stroheim, for example. There's no way you're gonna see any of that shit coming. Or, like, the Pillar Men putting, like, poison rings in Joseph, or whatever. It's just, like, completely bonkers. The Chariot battle... There's no way to predict any of that shit was gonna happen. It's so good. I don't think I... Well, I do want the dart from this shop. And then I think I'm good. I'll go to this unknown event. What are you trading? Get a different item of the same rarity. No, I feel pretty confident in my backpack. It is truly a bizarre adventure. Ooh. There's an enemy here. Prada's Locket. Interesting. Is this like a boss fight? Oh. Oh, the character's name is Purse. That's pretty clever. Wait a second, I recognize that. It's my mom's lost locket. It could have a clue about where she is. I didn't know this was the story. Ah, King's Thug. This is property of King. Cave story? That's mine. All items in the dungeon belong to him. If you want it, you'll have to fight me for it. Heh, nothing personnel, kid. Now why does this say it does 2 damage? It says for each sunlight plus 1 damage, and I have 3 sunlights. Is it because this isn't below the sunlights? Yeah. Get it. Get it. Oh, 10 damage? Don't make me laugh. Easy battle. So Purse's mother was named Prada. Araki would love this game. I feel like I'm flying high with Gucci. Cheese? Whoa. It sells for 25 extra food in Haversack Hill. Huh. Part 6 vibe. Exactly. Maybe I get rid of the lucky ring and the key? I'll get rid of the heart ring, I think. Oh, this only takes up 1 slot, never mind. Keep the heart ring. Whoa, I'm in Haversack Hill. Why were you gone for so long? I was exploring the dungeon. You're exaggerating. Still, Dad, someone needs to do something. I can feel her presence. Was I ever a cave story guy? Hold on. Hold on. Let me tell you. Was I ever a cave story guy, he asks. Oh, hold on. I think part of this is getting lost in the background. There you go. Was I ever a cave story guy? He asks. Yeah, yeah, I made this hat. Yeah, I told you how I went to an anime convention dressed as Gyro. This is my other regular costume. So yeah, I was a little bit of a cave story guy. I have seen that video is going around, but I haven't watched it yet. I guess it's something I need to check out. Oh yeah, the locket. Let's see. Oh yeah. No, I've played Cave Story many a time. Um Yeah, this is true. Um yeah, I played the free version back when that was all that existed, and I bought it on the Wii Virtual Console, and I've got Cave Story Plus on Steam, and I've even got the obscure 3DS version of Cave Story, which is not very good, honestly, but it's interesting to see a 3D interpretation of Cave Story anyway. Yeah, I have tried to get several friends into Cave Story with fairly limited success. I did get a past roommate to get it, like I convinced him to buy it for the Nintendo Switch, and like I was going to like do a co-op playthrough with him, but then he like got stuck on the final boss. And I don't even mean Balos. I mean he got stuck on like the corrupted core final boss. Wait, why can't I save right now? Do I need to talk to somebody? Yeah. Thing is, like, I don't know if like Cave Story would hit the same for like a lot of new players nowadays because like just so many games since then have taken so much inspiration from it that it's like I wonder if Cave Story still hits the same. I mean, it came out like 20 years ago or something. You never did the true end in all these years? Oh man, but you know how the true end is done at least, right? You gotta do it one of these days. Destroy the old store. Hmm. Oh yeah, I mean, like, I have easily done like 3 playthroughs of Cave Story. I feel like that's kind of mandatory. Because there's like several different weapons that are like exclusive to a run. You gotta do a run where you get the machine gun, you gotta do a run where you get the snake, you gotta do a run where you get the spur. Okay, this game is not gonna let me save. I don't know why, but let me try and get to a save point, because I actually might play more of this game in the future. Yeah. I mean, learning about the spur was a mind blower. I mean, learning about Curly, that was like the real game changer, literally. That's what convinced me to do more playthroughs. Like, I played through the game normally just on my own, and then, like, you know, I was looking at guides of it online afterwards, and I was like, what the fuck do you mean you can save Curly? And so I immediately did another playthrough. Okay, I saved the game. Okay, how do I exit? Yes, return to menu. Yeah, you're actually so right about that. So, like, if you were like a Primordial Truth fan, you could go on my channel and see that like I did part of a playthrough with a friend back in the day, um, which is sadly never going to be completed. But like we got to the part of like you know right before the core and seeing Dr. Booster drop down into the pit. And she was just like, yeah, I don't give a shit about that guy. I'm just gonna skip over him. And in the back of my head at that time, I was like, what if she, like, accidentally goes through every single step to save Curly in the first playthrough? And I was like, no, that can't happen. Curly has to die on your first playthrough. I was like, he, she has to die on the first playthrough. You have to experience the emotional devastation. I was like, you need to go check on Dr. Booster. Um, okay, let me scratch off Backpack Hero here, which was quite a good game. I would love to play more of that. Um, yeah, honestly, like the Curly moment, like after fighting the core, was like one of the like big emotional video game moments for me. That was like a formative emotional video game moment. Yes, exactly. It's like that is the moment where you're like, holy shit, is there really nothing I could have done? Is there no way this could have gone better? The only thing I would change about Cave Story is to also make like an obscure way to save Toroko. That's the only thing. Because like having to fight enraged Toroko is really fucked up also. And I would absolutely add a way to save her. Um, dang, a decade ago, man. It's been a few years for me, but like, yeah. Anyway, as you might imagine, I could talk a lot about Cave Story. I need to do a BRB real quick, and then I will have more to say on this topic. So stay tuned. We're going to do a wheel spin right after this. Damn, I wish I had a dog like Clifford. I just noticed he's got the same horns that Grill does. And he's got little wings too. Coincidence? Maybe they are brother and sister. It would be amazing if I just totally called that. Man, this dude looks fucked up in the crib. He ate the whole brownie. Oh, gross. There seems to be no blood anywhere, and the body has been partially eaten. Tiny bite marks cover the entire corpse. Clothes are in shreds. Could there be anything useful among the torn rags? Oh my god. Look at this guy carrying a crate around. What's up? Can't pick up. Okay. Here, let me help you with that. Loser. Get out of here, nerd. I broke the box you were carrying. What do you have to say about that? I just realized what this reminds me of. Hold on. I need to play the music. It's just like... Okay. Let me get the green screen reactivated here. Anyway, yes. Yeah, Cave Story was like one of those formative games for me. Like, that was one of the games that like convinced me to buy a gamepad for my computer. But before that, I definitely played it with the keyboard controls. I think I even did the true ending with keyboard controls before ever buying a gamepad. But yeah, I think you mentioned, like, convincing people to play it by making connections to Undertale. And, like, yeah, you can see, like, so much of Cave Story's DNA in Undertale. Like, you know, just the little fact of there being multiple endings depending on what you do. And, like, the big thing that I always point to is, like, the fact that you don't find out the main character's name unless you do, like, the good, true ending. Like, I loved that. Like, hearing Curly, well, seeing the on-screen text of Curly revealing the main character's name during the true ending, I was like, that's really cool. Oh, also, I'm gonna harp on about Cave Story for a long time, I'm sure, but, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I played, like, a bit of a scrub my first time playing this game. My first time doing the true ending, that is. 'Cause, you know, this was way back in the day when I used, what was it, Fraps? The screen capture software, which for a time was like the only way to take screen caps and like record video of games. I discovered that if I had Fraps running while I played Cave Story, it would like tank the performance of the game and basically just make it run at like maybe half speed. And so that was how I beat the true ending the first time. But I have done it legitimately since then, including in Cave Story Plus when it actually runs at 60 FPS. That's true, yeah. I think, like, all the goat people, they are very Mimiga-like. And to some extent, the Temmies also. Oh, another thing I must say. I will always champion the original translation. And this is something I could rant about for a really long time. But suffice to say, I hate that they changed Balrog's catchphrase to be "oh yeah" instead of "huzzah." Yeah, the Eon Genesis one, exactly. There are lots of changes that I have contention with in the, like, official translation. There's, like, I don't want to go on for, like, way too long, but, like, the short version is they claimed it was a more accurate translation, and they are objectively wrong in, like, several instances on that translation. I have examples, but let me spin the wheel first and figure out what the fourth game is going to be here. We got Treasure Hunter Simulator. Interesting. Alright. Now, if I remember right, I feel like that's like a first-person game where you're going around with a metal detector or something. Let's see. Treasure Hunter Simulator. Alright. Yeah, sorry you basically activated my trap card by mentioning Cave Story, but, like, that is, like, one of my all-time favorites. Let's start installing Treasure Hunter Sim. And then it's time to start up Epic Chef. Oh yeah. If I think about it after this stream, I will put some pictures in the Truth Discord of my Cave Story cosplay. Oh, hold on, let me pause the music here. And then, no, let me get the game on screen. Wow. Here we go. It's Epic Chef. Is this a controller game, perhaps? Oh, I think it can be. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, it pisses me off that when they made Cave Story Plus, they were like, oh yeah, we had to, like, do a whole new translation because, we're just gonna make one that's more accurate than the fan translation. And then they were straight up wrong in so many ways. Like, one thing they were like is like, oh, actually it's not called Grass Town, it's called Bushlands. And it's like, okay, everybody already knows and loves Grass Town, though. Grass Town is cooler, so... But, like, the one thing that, like, really tipped me off that they were full of shit about it being more accurate is, like, you know, in the Mimiga village, there's the fishing hole. And in the fishing hole is a creature called the chin fish. And it's the only one in the game, and it doesn't do anything, and you can kill it, and it doesn't give you anything. But it's just kind of there. It's just called the chin fish. And in Cave Story Plus, they called it the egg fish. And I dug into this. I looked at, like, the original Japanese name of the chinfish, and, like, literally, the Japanese text phonetically spells out chin, and then has the kanji for fish right after that. And I gave them the benefit of the doubt. I looked for, like, as many possible, like, translations and interpretations of the term chin, and I was like, does it maybe mean egg? Is there maybe some obscure, like, metaphorical translation where, like, chin in Japanese means egg? And, like, no. Egg in Japanese is tamago. I know that much. And, like, they just pulled egg out of their asses for that term. It's literally called the chin fish, no matter how you look at it, no matter how you slice it. And just that alone ruined all of my faith in that translation. Like, I know it's not more accurate. I know for a fact it's not more accurate. It's really just, like, I'm guessing they didn't want to, like, risk any kind of copyright infringement for the original fan translation, so they were like, well, we just gotta, like, make up our own. And so I think they just arbitrarily changed things for no reason. Which kind of pisses me off. Honestly, like, if I could have everything about Cave Story Plus except for the text, I would love that. But, you know, like, long story short, I looked up, like, the Japanese text for several different terms in the game and realized they really were full of shit. And, like, it's not more accurate at all. It's objectively far less accurate. So if anybody ever says bushlands to me, I'm just like, fuck off. Like, using the Cave Story Plus terms when you speak to me is like using localized stand names in JoJo. It's like saying Zipper Man instead of Sticky Fingers. Like, I know not to take you seriously. Oh yeah, from somewhere a transmission. Exactly. Exactly. I still remember, like, when you pick up the map in the Mimiga village, it says, like, so long as you retain your spirit of adventure, you will always find your way. This I believe. Like that, like some little text like that is so memorable, and you know they just arbitrarily changed it in Cave Story Plus. Well, like changing Huzzah is probably by far their biggest sin. Yeah. No, the original translation was definitely the best. It was the most accurate. They knew what they were doing. Another thing, In Cave Story Plus, they give you Curly mode, which basically like swaps the places of Curly and Quote, lets you play as Curly through the whole game. And you know, it's basically the same game except a little bit of dialogue is different. Yeah, one dude made this as a huge appeal. But yeah, there were even like problems in Curly's dialogue when you play Curly mode. Like, she calls one of the Mimigas, like, a funny little dog guy, and, like, they're bunnies. They're not dogs. They're definitely not dogs. They are definitely, like, bunny people. Like, who pulled that out of their ass? You can excuse that because Curly is saying it and she can do no wrong. I mean, that's fair. Hmm. Okay, and I'm like nearly 10 minutes into this game, and I know I have spent the majority of that time not paying attention to it and talking about Cave Story. But so far this doesn't seem like much of a chef game. Jellyfish jelly? What, you don't like jellyfish juice? I didn't even remember that they changed the name to that. I thought it was still called jellyfish juice. Hmm. But yeah, I also gotta say, like, I think Grasstown is like my least favorite part of the game, just because you have to get the jellyfish juice like 5 different times, and it gets kind of tedious, especially like replaying the game and knowing that you're gonna have to do that like 5 times. I mean, like, you don't have to get the bubbler, but you're gonna want the bubbler. Like, how are you not gonna get the bubbler? It's a free gun. But yeah, it's like, you have to get the charcoal to, like, out of Santa's fireplace. And you gotta use the jellyfish juice to get through Chaco's house. And then you need another jellyfish juice to make the bomb. And it's very tedious. That's another thing. I said earlier if there was one thing I would change about Cave Story, it was... I don't remember. But the other thing I would change about Cave Story is I would make you only have to get the jellyfish juice once. Oh yeah, you get the Choco lipstick? Are you joking? Do you take me for a scrub? Of course I always get the Choco lipstick. And I always get Curly's panties. How did they end up buried in the wall? Who knows? But I've gotta get them out for her, of course. I think it's my dream in life to meet somebody who would cosplay as Curly, since I have a quote cosplay. And then that would be my wife. No question. There's a lot of, like, rigmarole in this game. This game is called Epic Chef, and I have done nothing chef-related yet. All I've been doing is running around experiencing dialogue. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I've been paying semi-attention to this game. But yeah, I made the whole, like, quote cosplay myself. Like, I went to Goodwill and bought, like, an old pair of headphones and, like, spray painted part of them green, and the, like, antenna coming out of them are actually just, like, a couple sticks of wood that I also spray painted green. And, like, they're hot glued onto that hat. I usually wear, like, a pair of sneakers with red shoelaces and, like, fingerless gloves that are black and red. And then, of course, a black tank top and, like, green scarf thing. By some miracle, like, the green scarf that I have and, like, the spray paint on the earpieces is, like, the exact same color. Oh, and the red pants, of course. I actually had, like, an old pair of, like, cargo pants that were, like, khaki colored, and I dyed them red myself, because they were, like, perfect for the costume. And, like, an interesting thing that happened when I dyed them red is, like, they did mostly turn red, but, like, just the stitching stayed, like, that khaki color. So they have, like, these almost white stitches, like, around the pockets and stuff, which looks like, unexpectedly cool. Like, I would have been happy if they came out completely red, but, like, having the stitches stay that light color, like, added a cool accent to it that I was not expecting. Like, the threads on the pockets and stuff just didn't dye red for whatever reason. Oh, that's funny. That's a Resident Evil reference. I get it. And it's actually, the second pair of red pants that I've had for that costume. Because, like, I used to be, like, smaller than I am now. Honestly, like, in the past, I was probably considered underweight. Like, when I first did the costume, I only weighed, like, 135 pounds. And now I am, like, a much more reasonable, like 165, 170, which is, a lot more normal for my height. I'm definitely not underweight, so I had to get new pants that fit better. So that was why I dyed the cargo pants. Oh, I also have a bubble gun, which, I just bought at Walmart for like 10 bucks. It does the job as a bubbler. No time to procrastinate. I've got things to do. Let's put that damn book away. Yeah, I'm glad I put that damn book away. Oh, I forgot. Another thing that I just added to the costume this past year, I bought a little plushy dog, and I attach it to the hat with safety pins, so I'm carrying a dog on my head, just like Jenka's puppies. That really ties it together. Check the kitchen. I would love to check the kitchen in this game called Epic Chef. Where is the kitchen? No time to procrastinate. I've got things to do. Not understand. Wait, what am I missing here? I can't move the camera around in here. Check the kitchen. Oh, the stairs are behind the fireplace. Of course. Kitchen, kitchen. Check bot. Nothing. Investigate the ruckus. Oh, there's some sort of Jolum here. For a game called Epic Chef, it really takes a long time to do any kind of chefing. It's been 20 minutes now. Okay, looks like I'm farming. Plant the seeds. Do I have to do this with the mouse? I guess so. Okay. So it's a farming sim. Now that is epic. I just gained some spirit XP by planting seeds. Huh. Vigor and sophistication skills. Yeah, so I mentioned one of my dreams in life is to meet a Curly cosplayer, of course, and then that is my wife. My other dream, which is maybe a more reasonable aspiration, is just to play through the Switch version of Cave Story in co-op with somebody. I would love to do that, and I have not had the opportunity. Like I mentioned, I got my old roommate into the Switch version, but since he never finished the game, like, I never got the chance to, like, do co-op on his second playthrough. I don't know, maybe I'm too much of a purist, because I was like, I want him to play it on his own and experience the tragedy of losing Curly the first time, and then I'll play it with him co-op. Maybe if I hadn't, like, stuck so strongly to my ideals, then I could have just played co-op with him. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, is, like, I think only the Switch version has co-op gameplay. Like, I don't know if it's been modded into any of the other versions. And, like, they won't even put it in just the standard Steam version of Cave Story Plus. And I'm sure it wouldn't be that hard to do for them. But whatever. Oh, hold on. Okay, so there is a way to, like, move through items on the hotbar, but, like, it seems like I can't add anything to the bar with the controller. I have to, like, use the mouse to do that. That's annoying. But I can use the D-pad to cycle through stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, there may be a mod. I have played, like, some Cave Story mods. There's one that's pretty cool that's like a Cave Story environment randomizer, and it just like generates random levels for you to play through with like random enemy placement and random weapons, and it even adds like some new weapons exclusive to that mode. It's pretty cool. I'd honestly like to play like more modded versions of Cave Story with just like random extra weapons and shit like that. It would be very cool. There is one, you say? It would also be very cool if it enables like more than 2 players, just for like extra added chaos. You know what I think they should make? Cave Story with, like, several person multiplayer, but if you have more than 2 people, there should be friendly fire. That would balance it. Yeah. I know that, like, with the way the, like, Switch multiplayer works, you can choose to have a shared health bar. which I think kind of helps to balance it. Especially if it's like a more experienced player with a new player. How do I build a small storage? I don't understand. This game is not sufficiently explaining things to me, I don't think. What is this? Golf. That's not what I need right now. CaveStoryMultiplayer.com. Okay, I'll need to remember that. I will need to check it out after this stream. How do I build a small storage? I don't get this. Help. Joelum. Oh, press X to open construction menu. Okay. Small storage. There you go. I remembered. When I said there was one thing I would change about Cave Story, it was the ability to save Toroko. And it just occurred to me, though, that if you added that to the game, then what happens to King? Like, does he just say, like, oh, well, now that everybody's safe, I guess you can have my sword, and I don't need to put myself in any danger? I guess that's an option. But then, yeah, there would be, like, he pulls out a lawn chair. But yeah, then there would be no explanation for how the level 3 blade works. Unless he just, like, gives you a completely different item or something. That would be cool. Oh, I just got another Stream Boo advertisement. Hold on. It said Automod held a message for review. Okay, I'm just gonna not allow that then. Surprised they actually, like, caught that for once. Oh yeah, different level 3 blade would also be very cool. I didn't get to see my goat Stream Boo. How unfortunate. How am I gonna get top viewers now? You know what this game kind of reminds me of? There is a 3DS game called Fantasy Life. And this kind of reminds me of that. It was very much just like surface level RPG life sim kind of game. Where it's like, you know, you can choose to make your character like a fighter or an archer or whatever, but you could also pick like more mundane jobs like chef or like fisherman and just like build skills in all of those things. Oh, there's different types of wood. I have built the sawmill, though, so maybe I should talk to the Joelum. Excellent job, user. Yeah, that's true. There was also like a, like some kind of Cave Story side game released that was like Christmas themed, which I've not actually played, but I added to my Steam account. And if that's not on the game roulette wheel, it probably should be. Like, I don't know, I wasn't like super eager to play it because, you know, it's not made by Pixel. It's made by like the company that did Cave Story Plus. So there's no like guarantee that it's gonna be good, but it might be cool to check out one day. Whoa, plant growth boosted by 500,000%. Okay, learn how to cook. I guess I need to go inside. Finally, I'm going to do some chef shit. You know, I actually have not played Caro Blaster. I don't know, I mean, just... like, when I looked at footage of it and stuff, it seemed like... I don't know, not as interesting as Cave Story. So I just never bought it. I don't know. Hmm. The game seems to have frozen. Okay. It's normal again. Yeah, honestly, like, I hope he's getting good royalty money from Cave Story Plus. I hope they didn't, like, screw him over and, like, take all of the earnings from sales. Because, like, yeah, he deserves to be just chilling on a tropical island right now. Whoa. Ingredients release a combination of vigor, spirit, and sophistication when cooked. Okay. Cooking battles. Hold B to stir and add these points to the dish score. Huh. Careful, if you leave ingredients too long, they will start to burn. Stirring them will deduct points from your dish score. If your score goes below 0 in all flavors, you will lose your dish. Shake the pan to prevent burning. Nothing's really happening here. Add 2 more ingredients, it says. Potato. Yeah, I know they'll start to burn. Add carrot. Great work, the dish is cooked to perfection and ready to serve. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to know. I mean, he's very, like, elusive. He's not, like, very active online from what I know. So, I mean, hope he's doing good. I don't have any reason to assume he's not doing good. Okay. I have tomato souffle and cheesy skins with orange root soup. I don't know where cheese came from with tomato, potato, and carrot. But sure. He commented that he likes the cave story rap even if he can't understand the lyrics. That is funny. There we go. Eat your veggies. How do I eat it? How do I eat it? Do I have to, like, go to my dining table or something? Here we go, eat. New synergy unlocked. Tomato. And carrot and potato. Okay. I need to do some activities before I can digest a new dish. I love activities. Okay. Learn about synergy. Synergy occurs when certain ingredients are matched with one another. There are 3 ways to activate a synergy. Let's start with this carrot. Oh. The synergy for the carrot, it gives you +5 blue when the pan is empty and is the first ingredient to be cooked. The carrot properties are land and vegetable. The synergy has activated. Whoa. +5 blue points synergy bonus has been added to the dish score. The synergy bonus for the tomato, +5 red, can be activated by an ingredient that has the land and vegetable properties. The carrot has both land and vegetable. Yeah, we are finally doing some epic chefing. Whoa, the synergy has activated. Let's have a look at the third and final way to activate a synergy. The synergy bonus for the potato, +5 yellow, is activated by a specific ingredient or ingredients. In this case, it is activated by the tomato. Add this potato to the pan. The synergy has activated. Wow. Your dish is ready to serve. Carrot tartare and seed something. Cool. Okay, I need to do more activities, so I'm not going to eat this. Yeah, I told you, you activated my trap card when you said cave story. There's an anime convention happening near me in about 3 weeks. So I will be bringing back the cave story cosplay and doing a Doro Edoro cosplay, most likely. I no longer fit into my Gyro Zeppeli costume, unfortunately. Or I would bring that back for sure, especially since Part 7 will have started by the time of that convention. Yeah, I bought my, my ball knower. I, uh, I bought my Gyro cosplay when I was at, like, maximum skinniness. And the pants absolutely don't fit anymore. They were tight even when I weighed like 135 pounds. Quote is real and he's out there. Hmm. I have windmill. I just need 3 wood plank. Oh, the trees grew back. Good, good. Oh man, I need 3 planks. I need 3 woods to get 1 plank. Dang. Feels like it should be the opposite. You might have noticed this game seems to have kind of a low frame rate at times. I mean, I think it does dip below 60 for sure. And that's not just the stream, like, the game actually runs like that for whatever reason. Looky there, it's windmill. Oh, I can build it in the grass over here? Is that true? Apparently not. I don't know why there are blue squares all over the grass here then. Let's build it there. Windmill. Yeah, logs to planks should work on Minecraft laws. You should get multiple planks per log. Oh, there's cow feed? I guess you get livestock in this game. That's pretty cool. Rice seeds. Okay. Well, looks like I'm out of time on Epic Chef. It took a surprisingly long time to get to any chefing. Oh, it says I will lose all progress since the last time I slept. Can I, like, sleep now and save my game? Let's see. Still a bit too early to go to bed. I guess I have to lose my progress. Oh well. That's fine, I guess. I don't know. That game has potential. It might be good. But it is a very slow start. Let's see. Farewell, Epic Chef. So we're gonna do Treasure Hunter Simulator. And after I'm... oh my god, it has not been installing. I think it paused the download while I was playing Epic Chef. Oh well, I think it's only going to take like a few more seconds to download. It's 22% complete. Hmm. Farewell, Epic Chef. We talked about you a little bit. Yeah. The main character seemed like a very Guybrush Threepwood A perfect amount of time to spin the wheel. Well, the next wheel spin is going to be like the first game for next time, though. Usually I do that after the final game. So, yeah, I don't know. Uh, so yeah, I'm gonna be doing a cosplay of Shin from Doro Edoro. If you have never watched or read that, highly recommend it. Season 2 is starting April 1st. It's gonna be done by Mappa, the same studio that did JJK and Chainsaw Man. It's so good. It's like I don't know, it's just like super grungy. It's like very unique. The manga has like an art style like nothing else. It's very cool. We're at 63% on Treasure Hunter Simulator. Yes, that is correct. Q Hayashida is the mangaka, and she's pretty crazy based on her art. But yeah, Doro Doro is a finished manga that had like 23 volumes. I own every single volume. She's doing a newer series now called Die Dark, which is about necromancers in space, and it's pretty amazing. She also did character design for a game called Shadows of the Damned, which I have the remastered version on Steam, but have not yet played. It is one of the entries on the wheel, though. Yeah, Necromancers in Space. That's what Die Dark is basically about. Oh yeah. So it's a collaboration with Suda51 and Q Hayashida. So it sounds like it has all of the makings of a masterpiece. One day I will spin that on the wheel. All right, time for Treasure Hunter Simulator. It's finally done. Now, I think this is a first-person game, so yes, invert mouse. Story mode, I guess. Oh, the timer's not working right. One moment. Let me see if I can fix. There we go. Ooh. This, oh yeah, Witch Hat. It is getting an anime. I think it starts in April. Looking forward to that a lot. But I'm also skeptical of like how well the art style is going to translate to anime with that one, because it is just like fantastic artwork. Oh my god, the text looks so bad in this game. It looks all crusty. Yeah, honestly, and like, for every bit as clean as Witch Hat Atelier looks, Doro and Die Dark are equally grungy. And, like, those are extremely high points of praise for both. When you enter a location, you always bring your PDA with you? Who the fuck still has a PDA? How old is this game? We have smartphones now. Nobody has PDAs. This is insane. Okay. When you get close to a treasure, your detector will start emitting something. When close to a treasure, you can focus on your detector and enter the search mode. This mode will allow you to locate the treasure and dig it up. There are no treasures nearby. Hashtag thank you women. It is Women Month right now. Gotta be one of my favorite genders. How do I know when I'm near a treasure? Oh, incredible. Q and E to rotate. Or I could use my fucking mouse. Try to find a treasure now. Whoa. Riveting. Oh. Found it. Alright. Click to dig. Look at me go. It's a rock. Personal digital assistant was kind of sci-fi. That is true. Okay. I found a small, round lead ball, likely from a musket. Identify. Let me spray paint it. Oh, I gotta rotate it to further identify it. The ball is a projectile used in muskets. Given the size of this ball, it could be either from the early muskets or even an arquebus, a gunpowder weapon preceding muskets. This in turn means it dates back possibly as early as the 15th century or as late as the early 17th century. The projectile of a musket is correctly called a ball, not a bullet. Interestingly enough, the word bullet is derived from the French word boulette, which in turn roughly means little ball. Well, this is an educational game. I take. Destroyed lead musket ball. As normal rarity, the destruction is poor. Value is $10. That's pretty good. Whoa. Each zone you visit will also have a special treasure called a legendary. These items are very rare and can only be found if you get some tips where to look. Once found, identified, and stored, a legendary item will greatly increase your prestige within the treasure hunter society. This is like the dream of everyone who buys a metal detector. It's like, yeah, I'm going to find legendary treasures with my metal detector, and I'm going to be very prestigious in the treasure hunter community. This metal detector's gonna make me rich. Okay. So when I went back to the office, they got rid of my control specification that I want inverted mouse. Bro. Yep, okay, it's still off. Let's turn it back on. And it's still not inverted. Cool. Alright. So this game is not entirely functional. I might be like kind of a judgy bitch, but like if you can't get down something as simple as like having inverted controls for the mouse in your first person game, I get the impression you didn't try very hard. Because I feel like that's a very simple thing to implement. You just have to like put in a toggle that reverses one value in the controls. But no! Some developers just can't be bothered. Oh, Bronze Age collection? Look at all these things I don't have. Interesting that I have like plotted out my collection. Like, yeah, so one day I'm going to have a Bronze Age horsehead ornament. I just haven't found one yet, but one day I'll have that. Probably if I go to the south coast of Scotland. One day I'm gonna have 10 meteorites. I'm gonna put them in this glass case. Yeah, now that I have my metal detector, one day I'm gonna have 5 coins. 5 coins should be plenty. Once I have 5 of them, I'll stop collecting. Just 5 coins. Any 5. One thing that I do appreciate in this game is like there is some actual like dimensionality to the bookshelf. Like some of the books stick out farther than others. It is actually like 3D. That is a detail I don't see very much in games. These are very like poorly stocked bookshelves though. You should like put bookends in here so that your shit isn't all just leaning. If they stand there like leaning for too long, they're gonna get like more wear and tear on them than if they stand upright. But okay, not not much need to take care of your all completely untitled leather-bound editions, none of which have anything on their spine. Listen, any video game with a bookshelf, I will do a deep dive into examining that bookshelf in as much detail as possible. This looks like some sort of book on cryptids. There's a drawing of a guy with a rabbit head. Hmm. Okay, so I think this game might just be like retired guy with a lot of money simulator. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna like have a study full of artifacts and I'm gonna travel all over the world with my metal detector finding shit. My prestige is 1. I have $20 cash. You need to have a certain level of prestige before you can unlock these metal detectors. This one costs $10,000. That's actually insane. But it's a great way to, like, scam old men. Yeah, let me sell my destroyed lead musket ball, I guess. I have job offers. Okay. I can clean up. Sorry, I got a job offer to clean up trash around the lake. That's my job as this fucking treasure hunter. That is amazing. Let's do it. Let's go clean up trash for 20 fucking dollars. Going out to do community service. Gotta fill your time somehow when you're a retired old man. Okay, now the controls are inverted once again. I don't know what these icons on the map are. Maybe they're like treasure locations. But anyway, I'm not here to treasure hunt. I'm here to fucking pick up trash at the lake. Incredible. I wonder if I can fall off a cliff and die. Nope. They have invisible walled me. I like to imagine that the player character in this game is like at least 60 years old. Maybe 70 or more. What the hell? Wait, what's the magnifying glass about? Is there treasure here? I think there is. Let's dig. This game is really janky. I found a fucking nail. Awesome. This could be worth pennies. Wow. I found a fucking nail in the ground. Value $1? That's being generous. Yeah, I found a fucking rusty nail. Who's gonna give me $1 for this? Oh, I'm detecting treasure. Oh. I had the beep. Let's get it. God, the pace of this game is glacial. What did I find now? A metal fastener! Oh my god, this also could be worth pennies! Somebody could pay me cents for this thing. It was attached to the frame of a folding chair of some sorts. Again, generous to assume that I might get $1 for that. 2 out of 5 items collected. Amazing. Treasure. So exciting. Where is it? What's it going to be? Maybe it'll be like a rusty bolt. Maybe some staples. Oh, a bent nail? Epic. Wow. Fucking incredible. This nail is bent. $1 for a bent nail. You know, maybe this is a matter of perspective. If I was playing a Pikmin game right now, I would be thrilled to find this bent nail. I would love to read Captain Olimar's log entry speculating about how this huge piece of metal might have been used by an ancient civilization. But no, we're playing Treasure Hunter Simulator. This is a fucking bent nail. It's rusty. It's useless junk. I'm so glad I got to take time out of my life to find a fucking bent nail in the virtual world of Treasure Hunter Simulator. Riveting. Another treasure. Maybe I'll find a fucking paper clip. Oh my god, maybe I'll find a used pen. The possibilities are endless. Maybe I'll find a rusty used razor blade. It could be anything. There it is. It's... Oh, okay. It's another musket ball. For some reason. Let me spray paint it. Cool! Another destroyed lead musket ball. I could get $10 for this. Oh my god. I could feel the treasure. I just noticed like the little diamond symbol like fills and empties depending on how close you are to the treasure. So you don't even have to rely on the sound if you don't want to. Where is it? Where is it? Oh! Hey! I can't wait to find this fucking bobby pin or whatever is sitting here. Wow, an old needle! Fucking incredible! Let's spray paint it. Wow. Judging by the material length, shape, and especially the hole, referred to as the eye, the needle likely... Oh, this needle likely to date back to the 18th or even 17th century. Needles have been used as early as the prehistoric era, where needles made out of thorns or rock fragments have been used with sinew or plant material as thread for sewing together animal skins. The earliest documented needle dates back 61,000 years in Africa. Bone needles were used as far as 50,000 years ago, while copper needles have been dated back to 4400 BC. The first iron needle dates back to 3rd century BC. This one was probably purchased for pennies at a craft store. Maybe somebody will give me $10 fucking for it. For a needle. Oh, that was a rare item according to the achievement I just got. I need to get to those, like, historic sites. Maybe I'll find some actual, like, big loot there. Wait a minute. Wait, it says I'm going south and southwest. And yet on my map app, I'm like going upwards. So like on this map, north is not up. That feels kind of sloppy for the game design. Up is not north. I mean, I guess there's no law saying up needs to be north, but like, I don't know, when you're looking at a map, you kind of expect it to be. Okay, I'm at a historic site now. And there's treasure around. Alright, let's get it. Wow! A cheap metal button some seem to have lost a while ago. Useless junk! Pay me $1 for this rusty metal button. More treasures. We just walk across these picnic tables. Where was it? There. It's another nail. Cool. I will give this to the game. I do think this is like the average metal detector owner experience. Like, you think you're gonna be digging up ancient artifacts, and then you find, like, fucking discarded nails and shit lying in the ground. Metal detector is a good way to locate lots of old junk that nobody wanted, and that nobody still wants. Cool, another old needle. This one's also hella bent. I bet I can get $1 for this. Wow. Ooh, $5. It's in poor condition. Yep. I have a message? No, apparently I don't. Camera, great. Let me try and go to the other historic site. A little farther up the trail here. Wow, look at this old hut. I'm in Tropfstein National Park. Amazing. Where are your ancient artifacts? Give me your treasures. I'm close. I can feel it. I can't wait to find out what's buried in the ground here. Is it a musket ball? It is unknown. Wow, it's a ruined iron button. This button is very old, indeed. Material manufacturing technique and ornamentation suggest this particular button dates back to the 14th or 15th century Europe. Buttons have been already in use in ancient Rome, but there are even older examples like those in China around 2000 BC. The oldest buttons are believed to be more than 5,000 years, made out of curved shelves in the Indus Valley. Cool. I am learning so much about the history of buttons. Again, this feels like an accurate representation of the metal detector owner life. It feels like this video game was made by somebody who, like, bought a metal detector and was like, I'm gonna be rich! And then they were horribly disappointed at all of the fucking useless junk they dug up all the time. And they said, I'm gonna make a fucking video game called Treasure Hunter Simulator, and all you're gonna find is fucking bent nails and needles and buttons in the ground. And you're gonna be very fucking disappointed in playing it. And that'll be my revenge on the world for tricking me into buying a metal detector. I have $55 cash right now. I can get $8 for my ruined iron button in tolerable condition. $5 for destroyed needle, $10 for needle, and $10 for destroyed lead musket ball. Wow. Amazing. Yeah, so this is a job that has you taking pictures. Find the fastest route from the river to the upper village in this job. Take a photo of the cannon monument near the entrance. Take a photo of the main monument. This is really fucking funny. I got an email asking me to take photos of these monuments. And they attached photos of the monuments to tell me what to take photos of. That's fucking brilliant, man. Yeah, we want you to take photos of these monuments. The photos should look exactly like these photos that we attached. Just take some photos that look like the attached photos. We'll give you $30. Fuck it. I'm gonna take the photo job. Let's fucking go to Gettysburg. The travel cost is free. My treasure sense is tingling. Treasure. Awesome. Another metal fastener. Incredible. What a video game, huh? Alright, I gotta take a picture of this monument. Wow. Alright. Took a picture of the monument. It didn't say, like, objective completed or anything. Do I need to, like, take another picture? Maybe, like, one that looks more like the attachment? I don't know. I'd say I did the job. Oh, here we go. There's, like, a prompt. Stand right here and take picture. Camera. Amazing. I did it. There's still a, like, icon floating here, so... There. Cool. I did it. Treasure? Guh? A silver Washington quarter coin? I'd better spray paint this. Wow, I can't even read the date on that quarter. But I recognize it. A $quarter coin, also referred to as a Washington quarter, issued by the United States Mint since August 1st, 1932. All coins until 1965 consist of about 90% silver and 10% copper. This particular coin is actually from 1932, as evidenced by the date on the coin. The Washington quarter replaced the Standing Liberty quarter, 1916 to 1930, in celebration of the 1932 bicentennial of the birth of its first president, George Washington. Epic. So this is a quarter from the first year they were minted. Somebody just happened to drop it here in Gettysburg. Treasure. But whence? Treasure? Hence. Alright, better use my identification spray on it. Yep, another musket ball. Cool. Yeah, I know I'm here to take photos, but that doesn't mean I can't earn a little extra cash treasure hunting on the side. An old necklace. Looks valuable. Let's use identification spray on it. This old necklace dates back to 18th century Europe. Why is it in Gettysburg? Given the personal nature of the item, it is likely an old family heirloom lost by a soldier during a war, as odds of just losing or misplacing jewelry like this are rather low. Given the past conflicts in this area and amount of European soldiers who fought here, makes it the most likely scenario. I mean, I don't know, I thought Gettysburg was more of like a Civil War site. Maybe there would be like more European soldiers if it was a Revolutionary War site, which it might have been. I guess Gettysburg was around during the American Revolution too. But what do I know? Quest completed. It's utterly mind-boggling to me that the inverted mouse doesn't work when you're in like the hub area here. Can't really read what the prestige numbers say there. It's something out of 3,000. Let's get $5 for this quarter, I guess. $10 for this musket ball. $25 for this necklace. I need higher prestige to be able to unlock these detectors. Some of them are analog, and some of them are digital. Boy, this is some game. I mean, I'll give it this. I've played games on Game Roulette that are like more obtuse. I've played games that make less sense. I've played games that are harder. I've played games that are more frustrating. I've played, you know, games that are less functional. So, this isn't like bottom of the barrel for me. But I'm just like, who is this game for? I don't really understand who the target audience is. It's just, I don't know, really strange. Can I do like multiple quests in this Bavarian lake? I assume I can. Those are the two places it's free to travel to, Bavarian Lake and Gettysburg. Little known fact. I see an objective. Oh, is this like... Wait, what? You have entered a time trial start area. If you would like to start the time trial now, press yes. Sure. Let's go! I have 1 minute to get to my destination. That is crazy. There's a fucking speedrun challenge in Treasure Hunter Simulator. There's no jump button, I don't think. Can I make it? "15 seconds. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. I made it! Fuck yeah! Quest completed. Alright. I know I have another side quest here to like photograph some plants or whatever, but I would like to stop playing Treasure Hunter Simulator now. I'm good, actually. What a product that was. Yeah, I don't know, man. Anyway, that's about the end there. Let's do a little recap of what we went through tonight. Let's see. What did I like the best? Probably Backpack Hero, if I'm being honest. Backpack Hero seems like it has a lot of really cool potential. I didn't realize it was gonna be, like, kind of Slay the Spire-like. How you had to, like, figure out how much you want to attack enemies and figure out how to block damage from them. In addition to all the inventory management, and apparently there's town building mechanics, that's also very cool. So Backpack Hero seems like it'll be the best. Least favorite for tonight? Probably Treasure Hunter Simulator. It's just really strange. Like I said, I don't know who that game is for. It's just... I don't know, maybe it exists for the sake of, like, sponsorship deals with metal detector companies? I don't fucking know. Epic Chef, it was probably an okay game. I mean, you know, it's got your very bog standard open world survival craft mechanics, like here's how you plant crops, here's how you chop down trees, here's how you turn wood and logs into planks and craft more items out of those planks, etc. But the actual cooking mechanics seemed pretty cool, so there's definitely potential there. Even though it took like 30 minutes to get to actual, like, cooking mechanics. And then Pathway also seemed like a pretty cool game, you know? It had a lot of the DNA of, like, a classic Fallout game. Or, you know, even something like a Fire Emblem or Final Fantasy Tactics. It had a bit of that in it. You know, some resource management and some tactical combat. Very nice pixel art in Pathway also. That'd probably be like my number 2 game for tonight. Anyway, since we're about at the end here, let's do one more wheel spin and figure out what game number 1 in the next stream is going to be. And, the next stream might be as early as like 2 days from now. We'll see. Since I'm doing this one on a Saturday, and I'm trying to do one per week, the next one might be very soon. So let's see, what would I like to play? What do I hope we land on? UFO 50 would be cool. What else is here? Rain World is probably very good. Getting Over It? Oh, Declines Drops. That one looks very interesting. But we'll probably land on some shit I have never heard of. Let's see what we get for next time. It is... Oh, it's Getting Over It. Okay. Alright. That's probably the type of game I won't enjoy very much. But, you know, I've definitely seen footage of it, I'm aware of it, and what type of game it is. So, I think I know what I'm in for with Getting Over It. Might be an interesting time. Or maybe I'm going to quit it after like 20 minutes, because I'm like, I get the point and I'm pissed off. Getting Over It. Well, there you have it. That is going to be the first game for next time. Everybody who was here tonight, thank you for being here. Thank you for being in the chat, or just observing, or even if you're watching this later on in my stream archive. I was about to wish everybody a good night and remind you to stay hydrated, but my water cup is empty. I forgot to actually fill it up before the stream. So I'm gonna have to sip beer, like some kind of degenerate, as I sign off here. So wish everybody a good night, and recommend that you stay hydrated, but don't drink what I'm drinking. See you next week.